Celebrate National Poetry Month with the library by creating blackout poetry art using student theses. We've selected pages from past theses, completely anonymous of course, with which you can create blackout poetry of your own. You can participate by signing up on the link in the email to either pick up your packet of markers and thesis sheets, markers are yours to keep, or we will send you a digital version. Packets will be available for pickup at the library service desk on Monday, April 13th, and Tuesday, April 14th. Take a study break to create some cool poetry and art. Yay, poetry!
Good morning, Tamara.
Hi, good morning, Helene and everyone.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm really well, thanks. Can you go ahead and introduce yourself, please?
Sure. My name's Tamara. I'm our Systems, Metadata, and Assessment Librarian at the Cook Library.
Excellent. And how long have you been a librarian at the Cook Library?
I've been a librarian at the Cook Library for 7 years in June. And before that, I was a librarian at Western Kentucky University for 4 years.
And how else are you affiliated with New College?
I graduated from New College in Environmental Studies, so I'm also an alum.
Yay. Excellent. So as our systems and metadata and assessment librarian, you are coordinating and managing and overseeing our new integrated library system update and migration. Tell us more about that.
So this is a huge project that's being, the project management at the state level is being coordinated by the Florida Academic Library Services Collective. So this is a big project because it involves 40 different institutions, both the state universities as well as the state college system, and bringing together all of their collections and all of their patrons so that we can keep providing the services that everyone is familiar with, things like UBorrow. So what, the student, staff, and faculty will see is the interface that they use to look up books in the catalog is going to change. The interface to request materials is going to change, and it's an upgrade from the system that we had before. It's what's called a next-gen integrated library system. So you'll see some different features, and it's a little, I think it'll be a little easier to use and a little more interesting to use once everybody gets used to the new system. So that happens, we go live July 13th. So when people come back in the fall, we'll be having a lot of opportunities to learn more about what the system looks like.
And I understand that UBorrow services will be suspended beginning May 1st. Is that correct?
Right. So in order to shift everything from our current library system to the new system, there has to be a point where services come to a halt for a time so that the data can transfer over. And so that's one of the things that will stop is UBorrow. And we've got a freeze on circulation for a week before the 13th, but some things can still happen by hand at that point.
This is very exciting. Could you perhaps provide us with a preview?
Let me show you what the new catalog and discovery will look like. It's called Primo.
Excellent.
And, oh, sorry, you have to make me, you do have to enable me.
Okay.
Enable me, Helene.
All right, hold on. This is what I had, but I will and make. All right, you are officially co-host.
All right, thank you.
You are empowered and enabled.
Awesome. And I do want to, okay, and I think you guys can see this.
Yeah.
Okay, super. And I do want to say, the system is actually still being, there are parts on the back end that are still being configured. So our final data download happens the end of May, and there's still parts of the system that are being built as we speak. So there's all this work happening behind the scenes that involves the state level interacting with Ex Libris, the vendor, and then working groups that are representing all the different institutions all over the state, and then training that our staff has been involved in, all getting ready for this. So it's a really huge project. It's involved a lot of work from our folks in IT at New College as well. So this is the interface. So you can see it looks a lot cleaner. I'm gonna shift this. Let me shift my Zoom block. Okay, so you can see it looks a lot cleaner. One of the features that's we were given the opportunity to integrate our digital collections in. So there's actually a quicker way to get to the digital collection. So you'll have built in to the catalog a way to look at theses. So that's helpful if you're searching across what's available on a topic. The other thing that I wanted to point out, I'm already signed in here. You'll sign into this new system the same way that you sign into the portal. So your login to be able to use features like uBorrow will be using your credentials that you use to log into Canvas, your email, any of those things that you usually access through the portal. One of the other differences is here when you're searching across. Let's see, the drop-down options that it gives you are a little bit different. And we're actually calling it at the state level, the uBorrow catalog. And the uBorrow catalog is what you might know as the Union catalog. That's the catalog that takes you out to all of the colleges and universities and what their holdings are. So
I'm glad that they're not rebranding uBorrow. So as long as that stays the same, that's great.
Yeah, they're not rebranding uBorrow. They're rebranding the name of the Florida Academic Library Services. So we may have a new name for that going forward. But as of right now, the uBorrow service and the Union catalog are, named the same thing, which I do think makes it a little bit easier for folks. It's integrated a little bit more. So
this is very exciting.
Yeah, that gives you a little taste.
Yeah, I think this is a good preview for now. I like that it's modern. I like that it's clean. I like that it's simple, that it's intuitive, because the system we have now is very 1990s. And it's familiar, but it just doesn't have the functionality of current web interface ILSs. So I'm very, very excited about this.
I think there's so much research that goes on in library systems and discoverability. And I think we're really lucky as a state to be able to move forward on this. And I keep telling the staff, you're not going to remember our current system. When we get to this point next year, we'll all have made the transition and we'll all be so excited to be in this new system. So
I say embrace change. Change is good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Tamara.
Sure. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Hello. Can you please introduce yourself for RogerCast?
This is Femi.
Femi?
A domestic short hair, and he's 3 years old.
He's 3 years old. And what's your name?
Chanami.
Hi, Chanami. It's good to see you. And so how long is Femi? Femi. How long has Femi been leash trained?
We're still working on it.
How old is she? He's 3. Hi, honey. He seems very alert.
Yes.
Excellent. And have you had him since he was a kitten?
I've had him for a little over a month now.
Oh, just a month.
I adopted him from the Humane Society. There he goes.
Oh.
Baby, where are you going?
Oh, he's on the move. Uh-oh. Dover is also interested. This is Dover. Probably not a good idea. Oh, Dover. Thank you so much for introducing us. This is the first time I've randomly run into a cat down here, and this is the first, I think, spontaneous cat we've had on RogerCast. Oh. Oh, honey. Hi, sweetheart.
Look at the fluffy little tail.
Oh, do you smell Roger? Oh, yeah, you do. Oh. Thank you. So we are hanging out down here at the bay, watching the sunset, looking for birds, and we have a special guest today. What's her name?
Fulgencia.
Fulgencia?
Yeah.
Oh my, how old is she?
It's I don't know. I bought them like 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
But probably less than a year.
Oh, she's a baby.
Yeah.
She's very cute. She's very playful.
It is.
Does she, I don't know what questions to ask. What does she eat?
Ferret food.
Ferret food. Hi, honey. Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, she's very sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you for letting us visit with her.
Yes.
Oh.
I wanted an animal, and I was like, cats no, dogs no. Like a ferret was like the best option.
So can I ask you what your name is?
Magdalena.
Magdalena, and what do you...
I haven't seen you in a while since. Yeah, we transferred at the same time.
Oh, that's funny. Small world.
Hi, Crystal.
Hi,
Thank you so much for joining us.
thank you for having me. I'm excited to be on the famous RogerCast show.
It is, it's nationally famous now. Can you please introduce yourself?
Sure, my name is Crystal Bundridge, and I am the new Educational Technology Director, Services Director at New College. And I'm excited to be here and to get to know the community. I came from Georgia State, so I actually moved from Atlanta to Bradenton. However, I was born and raised in Bradenton, so I actually just came home.
Hey, welcome back.
Thank you.
So how has it been? You've only been here now for 2 months, is that right?
Yes, 2 months.
How has it been to start a new position and make this transition during such a weird and uncertain time?
It has been interesting. The lack of people around has been interesting because I actually come to campus each day. So I am in the library if anyone wants to stop by and say hi. But it has definitely been meeting people on Zoom and sort of has been challenging in building relationships that way. But I'm looking forward to fall when we all get back and seeing more faces. So I am just using this time to prepare really for fall.
Yeah, yeah. And so what do you feel like your biggest projects and challenges will be once we're all back in the fall?
I think just getting to know the faculty and students, because I've had this lag time where I've been on campus, but it's been empty. So I'm actually looking forward to, seeing more students in the ARC area and walking around campus and seeing students and seeing faculty on campus. I think just connecting. I am definitely, this Zoom fatigue is real. So I am looking forward to connecting to people in person.
I couldn't agree more. And unfortunately, we have yet to actually meet in person. I keep saying I'm going to pop in, and then I'm always around on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
But I very much look forward to meeting you.
Same here.
Excellent. Before I let you go, can you tell us a little bit about your research interests? Because I know that you're finishing your dissertation.
I am starting my dissertation.
Oh,
actually.
sorry.
That's okay. I hope to be done next spring, but I'm working on my prospectus. So my area of interest is actually started pre-pandemic. I've been working on this topic for about 2 years now. So my area of interest is blended synchronous learning, which you all are probably very familiar with now, but it's the concept of having students in class with the instructor as well as students remote, and how they interact and how you can build a community of inquiry with different groups. And so I was just very curious about this type of teaching because I feel like there are some opportunities with expanding the walls of a classroom, whether it's connecting with another classroom in another country and bringing in, those aspects into a classroom, or reaching students that will have no other way to have access to quality education. So that drew me to the topic. So that is what I am working on. And hopefully I will be defending my prospectus summer semester, and then running my study in the fall and defending my dissertation in the spring. So that's my schedule. I'm putting it out there so you guys can keep me on schedule as well.
Indeed, indeed. Well, I look forward to assisting and being part of your study and in any way that I can.
Thank you so
we're
much.
always interested. Yes, very much. I am so glad that you're here. Welcome to New College, and I'm looking forward to meeting you.
Same here, and I look forward to meeting all of the New College community. I can't wait to fall.
Yay. Thank you, Crystal.
Bye. He never bites. He's a growler.
Can you lift him? So I'm going to be able to edit this. Oh, hi, Emerson.
Say hi. A walk on the table. Maybe that'll make you better.
Can you tell us a little bit about Emerson?
He is 11 years old, and I actually adopted him here in Bradenton at the Bishop Adoption. I forget the whole name of it, but it's actually out west in Bradenton, and he's been with me, and he's my old buddy. And he does not like to be held, so.
No, oh, there he,
There he is. So I'm gonna let him go now.
Hello, Veronica.
Hi, Helene.
It's so good to see you this afternoon.
It's so good to see you too.
Hey, can you please introduce yourself for RogerCast?
Sure thing. I am Veronica Lee. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, came down here in 2018 to New College of Florida. I'm a Statistics and Heritage Studies AOC.
Excellent. And birder.
And birder, yes.
Excellent. Can you tell us a little bit about why you decided to run and have been elected to the NCSA library representative position?
Sure thing. So I've always loved the library. I remember from my first year, I would go there and just hang out, do work, enjoy the snacks. Sometimes there were snacks. And I just really loved the environment. It felt like New College, if that makes sense. Being there felt like New College.
Oh, yeah, I love that. The library, I mean, of course, I'm totally biased, but I think the library is one of the coolest places on campus.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
So I ran, oh gosh, it would be 2 semesters ago? No, it'd be longer. I don't remember. When did I run for?
Time has no meaning. All I know is your position begins in, so you ran last fall and your position will begin this coming fall, right?
I ran this semester, but before that, I was a member of the student library committee. I'm not saying this right. What's the acronym again? It's the student library something committee.
The library student advisory committee.
That's it, the library student advisory committee. So I was a member on there along with some other students and library staff, and other people would stop in. That was great. I got to learn more about how the library worked and how different people on campus interacted with the library. And I really enjoyed that, and I wanted to continue working with the library. So I decided to run for the library representative position.
So what would you like students to know about the library that maybe they don't know?
So something I think that students might not know is that there's all kinds of cool things you can check out from the library, which I love. You can check out little lap desks, you can check out headphones. I'm pretty sure at one point there were blankets you could check out.
We still have them. When it's safe again, we will start checking them out again.
Yeah, so that's one thing that I loved when I found that out, because I would just go to the library and be like, hey, can I have some headphones and a blanket? And then I would just chill.
It's great because we have games, we have puzzles, we have calculators. You can check out all sorts of things.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, how could I forget to mention the games and the puzzles? I love those.
How many do we have? We have like 30, 40?
There's a lot. Something else students might not know is that the library has quote unquote fun books too. So I love going there to pick up a fiction book just for fun if I want to de-stress.
I purchase a lot of books for the library that's recreational reading. So a lot of that collection over the last couple of years and going forward are books that I've purchased. And if students ever have a recommendation for a title that they would like me to purchase, I am happy to do that.
That's awesome.
Cool. So this coming year as the NCSA library representative, what do you think might need addressing or improvement in the library services?
So I'm sure most people on campus by this point know about the coffee machines in the library.
Those aren't ours.
Those aren't yours?
They don't belong to
Okay.
the library.
So there's that. That's technically not your problem, but there's the big coffee bar and the big sign that says coffee. It promises coffee. It appears to be a coffee shop. It is not a coffee shop.
It breaks my heart every time I see it.
So I think something really cool could be done with that space. So I'd like to work on it and see what we can do to make that useful for students.
I am on board and I cannot wait to work with you.
Thank you so much, Helene.
Thank you, Veronica, for joining us today. I am very much looking forward to seeing you in the fall.
Yes, I can't wait to keep working together with you and everyone else at the library.
Take care.
You as well. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching this week's episode of RogerCast.